So now I already make this video and then this video, combine them both, thus this video was born, where I literally talked about meta characters, you know, the best ones that you can possibly use, broken basically, but I have never really talked about the characters that are, let's just say, the opposite of this. So in today's video, I will be talking about top 10 characters that really need buff in Genshin Impact. I'm gonna be starting off with Amber. I mean, I know that she's a default character or no, a starter character, but honestly, even for a starter character, she is so bad that all the other starter characters literally outperform her. And as soon as you get Noelle, she is literally just replaceable. Like, even for the start, there's no need for Amber at all. Though for the very start, she could help you with Rune Guards, you know, because she's a bow character, or with hunting. But despite all that, she's even better as a starter character. And honestly, I think that she needs just a little bit of buff. I mean, her burst is okay for a start, but like her skill is so bad, oh my god, it takes forever to explode just to deal barely any damage. So honestly, Amber needs a buff. Next up is Aloy, which is the character who was also for free. You had a chance to obtain her when Genshin Impact and Horizon Zero Dawn did a collaboration, and the thing is that you can only get her one time. Do you know what that means? No constellations. And her kit isn't that good either. Basically what it does, it just converts Aloy's damage into cryo, and that is only if enemies step on her bombs 4 times. Her boss is actually okay, he deals good damage, kinda okay, but it's still not that useful. And honestly, I just don't really see Aloy fitting into any decent teams despite being a free character. It is also the rarest character in the game. Next up is, in my opinion, the worst traveler so far, the Hydra Traveler. No, the worst one is not Animo, it's not Geo, it's not Electra, definitely not Danger. The worst traveler so far is Hydra. Although Hydra is one of the best elements, it's not the best element in the game, so why is Hydra Traveler literally the worst one? Because his kit is literally poop, or her kit. Basically what Hydra Traveler does, he just shoots the water, which doesn't help at all. If anything, you can literally give a chance to enemies to take you down while you're shooting the water. And now his burst, which actually does kinda, I guess it's okay, but it costs 80 energy and lasts for 4 seconds. It's just some giant bubble that passes through, dealing some damage and then vanishing. Like seriously, what's the point of Hydra Traveler? Next up is one of the worst Danger characters, Kave. He's a main DPS that actually does not help that much at all. Though he is okay for Bloom. Basically what his skill does, it scans the area around him for any danger cores. If it scans any of them, it makes them explode, which creates a Bloom reaction. But I would say that his main part of his kit is his burst that really costs a lot, which does deal danger damage, so at the end he's okay, but still, I think that we were better off if Kyle would have a lower energy cost, then he would be actually good. He's replaceable by pretty much every danger character. In my opinion, as a danger character, he needs a buff. Next up, Kali. I know that someone might say that Kali is good, blah blah blah. Again, but she is literally just a worse version of Danger Traveler, okay? You can get Danger Traveler literally for free, but not doing anything. I mean, Kali is also for free, but you first need to beat the 4th floor of Spiral Abyss to get her as a reward. I'm not saying that she should get buffed by a lot, but honestly, if anything, her cooldowns and durations, like her burst that costs 60 energy, which is less than Danger Traveler, it's slightly smaller, which is fine for a 60 energy cost burst. However, it only lasts 6 seconds, which is half less than the Danger Traveler's burst. Not to mention that her boomerang is also, well, kinda goofy. Like, I played Kali, okay? And I did not enjoy her. I just easily praised her with my better characters. So Kali needs a buff as well, even though she's a danger character that can be used as a sub DPS. Next up we have Klee, which is in my opinion the worst 5-star to pull for. A lot of you might say, but Klee is not that bad and it's not that difficult, blah blah blah. Well yes, it depends on what kind of player you are. For some people, she's easy to use. For some people, she's difficult to use. Like, there are so many better main DPS characters than her. For you guys that it's easy to play Klee, and even for the people who find it hard to play Klee. Not to mention that her kit is just about creating explosions and mines and blah blah blah. And with so much pyro explosions, she just creates too much pyro application, and it's not good, and honestly, she's replaceable with someone like Diluc, not gonna lie. So for a 5-star limited character, she really needs a buff, not gonna lie. Next up we have Dori, and man, oh my, her kit is bad, okay? Let's start with her skill, okay? So her skill, she just basically throws a lecture lamp to the opponent, while her burst plants this genie. Okay, it heals, it recharges energy, which is very low. If we're gonna be completely honest, I checked on Google, And guess what I found? You see how much energy she recharges in her duration. It's also very hard to use. You have to be nearby. It can also lower enemies' health. If the opponent is between Jimmy and you, but other than that, there are just so many better characters, especially Alexia, that Dory is just not worth using, even for energy recharging. Next up is Chi-Chi. Now Chi-Chi is just really familiar to Barbara. In fact, she's actually a cryo version of Barbara. So you might be asking yourself, why you not put Barbara? Well, generally, she would need a buff. But she is actually a starter character, literally meant to be used only for start. But back to Chi-Chi, unlike Barbara, she is not really a starter character or anything like this. Chi-Chi is literally a 5-star standard character. Like, I mean, I know she's from the standard banner, but still. Honestly, for Chi-Chi, I think that she needs a completely different kit. I don't think that her being a healer is good enough. I think that she needs something else, like maybe a better cryo sub DPS, cryo application. Finally, almost at the top 1, top 2 is Xinyan. Like, how dare do developers make such a cool character so bad? Like, Xinyan got that vibes, alright, she's a rock and roll, and she's a really cool character, I really like her, but man, she's like terrible in gameplay. Although she does create a shield, well, it's one of the weakest shields in the game, and honestly I would prefer using Noel's shield over Xinyan's shield. Xinyan's shield is quite weak. And her boss is kind of familiar to Emperor because it just does some pyro damage. It lasts for quite a short time. So I honestly think that Xinyan is not that useful at all, as there are so many better characters in the game than Xinyan. But Xinyan is just super weak compared to all the others. So in my opinion, she really needs a buff. Finally, at number 1 is Dia. Although she does create a nice large shield that does like pyro damage when you hit an opponent 4 times during this duration. There are so many better pyro applicators, they're just not worth using her. Not to mention that she's a 5-star standard banner character, and her burst is like, I don't even know what to say, but it's better off if you just use her in solo because her burst does this automatic punching that does some pyro damage, cancels all the other like applicators such as Chinchu and Yela. For a 5-star, she's just really not good, and like kind of feels like that she's a solo character, but this is a team effort game, so seriously, her kit needs a serious buff. Her burst, I think it needs a change, honestly. It's just really something that I don't even know what to say about it. I'm not really trying to spread any hate. As I said, for example, I love Xinyan and blah blah blah. They are just super weak that they don't kinda currently fit into any decent team. Either way, hopefully this video will somehow help you out. Like for example, if you're Xinyan main or Dia main or whatever, like it's fine using them, you can use them, but they are just better options. Not saying that you should use better options, but like just saying, Anyway, thanks for watching my video and I will see you all in my next